So my name is Chris Fish. I'm a developer on the Ohio State app team. I've been here at Ohio State for 25 years. This is actually my second stint in OTDI. I was here way back in the day when it was UTS, and I went away for a little bit to a different place in the university, and now I'm back. I work under Ben Hancock in the Application Services Group, web and mobile team. So the Ohio State app is probably the most used digital property here at Ohio State. In the last calendar year, I think it was something like 66 million screen views. So it's well surpasses something like OSU EDU, which people would think would be kind of like the premier property here for people to access information about Ohio State. And it's been 11 years now that we've had a native app for Android and for iPhones. And it's really started out with a focus on helping students find their way around a really large place. When we started the whole thing, one of the things that I felt very strongly about after having done web development at Ohio State for a decade already was just that everything from the user's perspective was really about looking at OSU and little fiefdoms that existed. You had to go to this department site and this department site and this department site, and you had to learn about all of that stuff. And I wanted to try and break some of that down, and the team that I worked with wanted to do that too, to have a one-stop shop for all the most important things about the student experience at tip of your fingers to be able to access. And so it's really responsible for helping get kids to classes. It's responsible for helping them manage their Buck IDE balances, all the things that they do for day-to-day for just the business of being a student. And as the years have gone, we've added more and more features. I think we have 180 different screens or something like that in the app. It's really broad. Most apps are very narrow functionality. You think of Twitter or Facebook or whatever. We're just extremely broad. And we just try and pull out as much of OSU as we can to make an anxiety-free experience for these students. The app definitely started out with a student focus. There's no doubt about that, but I have wanted faculty and staff stuff forever. And really the most challenging thing is just convincing people to give us access to services sometimes. And the thing that I had wanted in there for the longest time was just to be able to have my leave balances. I just wanted to be able to have the widget on my home screen or something, or be able to ask Siri, how many vacation hours do I have? And so that's in there now, and that's great. Your ServiceNow stuff will be coming in there soon, and then Buckeye Learn, your training transcript is also available in the app. We had people across campus who were interested in mobile development, and there was a student actually in USG who really wanted some kind of mobile app for Ohio State. And through really just like a partnership of people, we donated a little bit of time. So I convinced my boss to let me have 5 hours a week, I think is what it was, for about a year and a half. And some other people donated some time as well. And we just met every week at the university library, and we just started coding and writing stuff. And we had some people do some server-side stuff, and we had some people do some client-side stuff. And we got to the point where we were able to actually put something in the App Store. And when we did that, then that student in USG was kind enough to help us start doing the rounds, and went to the Board of Trustees ultimately and convinced them that there needed to be funding for positions to do this full time. And when that happened, that's when I came back for my second stint here, and where we hired some other people, and we just started doing this as like the real deal full-time thing. And that's really how all this got started. So it was good timing, good luck, good people, all of those things kind of contributed to creating something that just hasn't been replicated anywhere else. The students really, when you talk to them, they have an expectation that every software experience that they have is going to be at the level of Apple software, Google software, Facebook software, pick any of the big companies. They want everything that they use to be like that. And so that's our challenge, is with a very small budget comparatively, and just how many, like 188 screens, like we got to roll that over every so many years. Each one of them gets only a limited amount of time, but we still want to make that top tier experience, and then also add in all that new stuff every single year that they put into play. So when they came out with those iMessage stickers, putting stickers in the app just because they're fun and just giving that nice Ohio State feel, when widgets became a thing, when watch complications came out, like all those things, we want to try and provide that experience because that's what the students expect from us. So we're starting here in 6 weeks is the next developer conference, and we'll begin our annual cadence all over again of getting ready for all that stuff. One of the things that I learned early on working at the help desk was that software professionals can do a lot to make a big place feel nice, to feel special, to feel simple. And I think that mobile technologies are especially powerful in that it's something that you hold. And before I did this, like my family had no idea what I did. I was a web developer who made web applications, right? But if I make mobile apps, they're like, oh, you do this thing that I touch. And it's very personal because it's there, right? And so I think it's just a really cool thing to get to do to help these young people step into OSU, and hopefully the thing that I make makes it feel just that much more comfortable, that much more nice, that much more exciting. So there's nothing bad about any of that.